One condition of sampling to be careful of is bias. Bias occurs when results are influenced in favor of or against a specific outcome. Biased results are typically considered untrustworthy. A question must be presented so that there is no bias in order for accurate results to be obtained. A biased sample can corrupt the results of every step to follow and cause misleading statistics. Consider this example of the biased collection of a sample. A cookie company runs a taste test to find America's favorite cookie between a popular sugar cookie and their chocolate chip cookie. The company is looking to call their chocolate chip cookie America's favorite. They develop a taste test between their cookie and a popular sugar cookie and set out to run tests and collect the data. This taste test was biased from the start. The chocolate chip cookie company wants to call their product America's favorite. They want to present the experiment in a way that favors their cookie over the sugar cookie. We can ensure that no bias is involved by making the test double-blind. In order for the test to be double-blind, neither the subject nor the experimenter can know the critical aspects of the experiment. In our example, a third party would be required to administer the experiment. They would be required to not know which cookie the company wants to have an advantage in the experiment. The third party would also not be allowed to tell the subject what brand of cookie they are sampling. The way a question is worded can also show bias towards one outcome. When conducting a study, careful consideration should be given to compose a neutral question free of bias. In this example, a survey by a school administration is collecting data to identify the subject most enjoyed by the students. Let's look at the question they composed. One possible question posed to the subjects in our survey is as follows. Would you choose an English class where you work at your own pace, read exciting stories, and watch entertaining movies, or an algebra class with lectures, note-taking, and homework every night? Does the wording of this question promote a specific outcome? There's an obvious bias in this question. Clearly, the bias is towards the English class. Algebra is described as a traditional lecture-based class with note-taking and homework, a class that most everyone has had to endure. The English class is at your own pace, exciting, and entertaining, creating the image of a classroom environment many would happily be part of. Here is another possible version of a question the school administration could use in a survey. Would you prefer an algebra class that boldly explores history's mathematical milestones from the Stone Age to space travel, or an English class where you read ancient scripts and documents and compose a summary supporting their differences? Does the wording of the question promote a specific outcome? There's an obvious bias here as well. Clearly, the bias is towards the algebra class. The English class is described as reading ancient scripts and documents, composing a summary, and supporting their differences. The words used create the image of a boring class with a demanding requirement of difficult work. The algebra class is described with words like boldly explores, mathematical milestones, and space travel, describing concepts in terms of the development of mankind and exploration rather than the usual chalk and talk type of lecture-based class. The final version of the survey question is, would you prefer to attend an algebra class or an English class? The question is free of bias. The phrasing does not express an opinion for either of the classes. Today we have seen examples that have obvious bias. In some situations, bias can be very subtle. Keep in mind who is conducting the study and what they desire from the experiment.